What's up, Jeff from Alpha Dad Fitness here. Going to get into the usual resistance band back routine. My goal is to do somewhere between 10 to 12 sets for back, split up over 2 to 3 exercises. I do this twice a week. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the first exercise I'm going to be doing, it's going to be an underhand pull. I have a resistance bands up at the top anchor. You could also put the anchor over the top of the door. I have a bunch of little short ones with some knots kind of tied into them that I grip in my palm. So focus as always is going to be on a good stretch, good squeeze, and a slow negative. So I have my underhand grip, squeeze. Oh, this is actually really good weight. So control that negative. Try to get a good stretch as much as you can. Squeeze. Now, depending on what your goals are, what your target rep range is, mine is at least 12 reps per set. I'm an older guy, 45, be 46 soon. Not looking to add size. A little strength is okay. But mainly I do this for the health benefits, the aesthetics, consistency, and I just feel good afterwards. Good squeeze. We're going to do 4 sets of these. I sort of have my butt sort of sat down a little bit since I have nothing to put my knees under. Anyways, one more. There we go. I only take about a minute break, so we'll see you in about a minute for set 2. All right, about a minute to stop by. Again, gripping these resistance bands in my hand, the knots. Step back, get a good stretch, underhand grip. Squeeze. I like to describe this movement as driving my elbows towards my back pockets. Squeeze at the bottom. You can also do pause reps where good stretch, pull, pause for a second, controlled negative. Pause. 9, 10, 11. Good squeeze. Control that last negative. Whew. 2 sets down. Another minute break. We'll see you in another minute. All right, right into set 3. Same grip I've been using. Now, because I kind of hillbilly rigged these bands, they're not the same length, any of them. So I get different tension throughout the movements, more towards the end. 3. Squeeze. Good stretch. Dig your elbows towards your back pockets. Slow negative over 2 to 4 seconds. Really 1 to 4 seconds would be fine too, as long as it's controlled. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, this is a really good set. Anyways, another minute break. See you for the last set. Right into set 4. You can take longer breaks if you're fatiguing. Really, it's up to you. The sole purpose, I take shorter breaks in between each set. Sorry. I take shorter breaks in between each set is time efficiency. I like to try to keep these workouts, which typically I've been doing back, shoulders, and traps twice a week for 1 split, chest, buys, and tries twice a week for my other split, and light work on my legs 1 day a week. Not a big leg component. Both my knees are replaced. My left hip's replaced. But I like to, excuse me, try to keep my workouts 45 minutes or less for everything. So 20 minutes, 25 minutes most for back, and that's getting 12 exercises. Wow, felt good. Got to figure out what we're going to do next, get it set up, and we'll see you soon. Getting into that second exercise, I'm going to try to kind of simulate a neutral wide grip pull down. I have the exact same resistance bands I just had up on above me. Like I said, you could do these with the anchor above the top door. I'm going to same grip. I tied knots in the end. I'm going to put them between my fingers. And the technique I'm going to do, I'm going to start almost like a V handle pull, and I'm going to round out my back. Try to squeeze all the way down, keeping that neutral grip. Almost like a rounded technique as I'm pulling down. Visualizing my elbows. Good form. Squeezing at the bottom, controlled negative. Let's get right into it. All right, like I said, trying to find a good, see the position. Almost like a V handle pull. I'm pulling down, squeeze. Round out that back. I'm sorry, arms, elbows, going above. Squeeze at the bottom. This is obviously way easier if you're at a gym and have something to sit on, but I have ground to sit on, so. Six. Again, I'm going to be doing 4 sets of these. I try to get at least 12 reps. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That'll do it for set 1. All right, getting right into set 2. Neutral grip, like I said, it's kind of like a V handle, pulling down, pulling outward, squeezing at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, wow, 12. Control this last one. Whew. There goes set 2. Another 30 seconds to a minute. See for set 3. All right, right into set 3. Squeeze. This actually feels good. I added a resistance band. I'm on my knees directly below. For whatever, this feels better. I'm able to pull down more. Get a better squeeze at the bottom. Got some pause reps in here too. 3. I don't get as good as a stretch at the top because all the tension's not there. But I definitely feel it more in my back, on my knees here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow, that'll be 3 sets. 1 more to go of these. See you in a minute. Either way, last set. Let's focus on a good squeeze at the bottom. 3, 4, 5. Control that eccentric. 6. Control the eccentric. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now this last one, I'm just going to squeeze for about 5 to 10 seconds. Control that negative on that last one is important. That'll be first 2 exercises. One more exercise to go. Gonna get set up and we'll see you in a minute. For the last exercise, I'm gonna do one-handed rows. Because I do have dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells, I'm gonna use those. But if you're using resistance bands at home, anchor goes underneath the door. You can either loop it through a carabiner if you want, but a handle, basically, you can use just a simple chair, which is really easy. I'm gonna use, I might pull a chair over. Otherwise, I have a little stand here. If you're doing them with the resistance band against a door, you want to keep more of an angle upward because of the angle that you're pulling. Because I have a dumbbell, I'm going to be leaning more over and pulling back. But if you're using a resistance band, this is probably about a 20 to 30 degree angle here. Good stretch, good squeeze, pull up, control the negative, squeeze at the top, control the negative. These are going to be like a one-handed row with resistance bands. But I'm going to get into it with dumbbells since I have them available and I'm kind of in a time crunch. All right, I got my first set right here. Like I said, I have a dumbbell. 1. Now I'm going for, again, 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now when you're doing these, this forward lean right here, it's kind of the natural movement of your arm with your back working. So if you come forward, pull back, just gonna switch this other side real quick. Right now I'm just using the door as a brace. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And because I am taking a break, doing one arm at a time, very minimal, maybe at the most 30 seconds before I jump to the other side. See you then. Getting right into set 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if you have a bench, you can put your knee on the bench like what would be your classic one-arm row. It's probably ideal. But because my bench is in my garage, I'm not bringing it in. We're modifying it, gonna make it work. Other side, I actually brought a chair over that I have my hand on now. It's easier than the door. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. I haven't done these in a long time, but man, I'm glad I've put them in. Today they feel great. See you in 30 seconds. Now, 30 seconds gone by. Set 3. Right to the other side. So, taking a little extra few seconds there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. One more set. One-arm rows. All right, last set, y'all. For back for the day. Make it a good one. Good stretch. 2, 3, 4, Pause. 5. Control the negative. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Huh. Woo-hoo. Sorry, weird noise. Weird noise moment 1. Left side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, that felt good. Well, if you stopped by, thank you. That's going to do it for back for the day. I hope you got something out of it. If you stuck by, leave a thumbs up. If you like anything in the video, thumbs down if it was a complete waste of your time. I appreciate you. Subscriptions are always welcome. I hope you stop by again for another one of my workouts. Do most of them at home, resistance bands. I do throw some kettlebells, some dumbbells in there, the occasional curveball to switch things up. But again, thank you. Stay fit, stay strong. Hopefully we will see you again.